So, this website right here, our favorite website, tomsguide.com, posted this article about 5 reasons why the Pixel Fold will steal the show at the Google event tomorrow. And to be honest, it really should be stealing the show, but let's listen up to the points they have to offer. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 gets a real competition. Absolutely. I think this is probably the first one you have to mention is that, yes, in the industry right now, we have the Z Fold 5 as the king, as the top dog, as no one's competing with the Z Fold 5 on an international level, right? When it comes to shipping to every single country, and even in China, it is the Z Fold 5. Microsoft has crapped the bed repeatedly, refuses to take any, step forward toward being successful in this industry. So right now, Samsung owns it, controls it, and nobody's competing with Samsung at this moment in time. So absolutely yes, the Z Fold 5 is finally getting real competition. Don't get me wrong, the Oppo is an amazing phone. The Vivo is an amazing phone. Both of them are really amazing, but the problem is they're not international. They're strictly released in European countries and China, which again defeats the purpose of a international market being able to really get that phone and be in true competition to Samsung. Google is the only company right now, other than Microsoft, that can go on that level and ship internationally and give us an amazing cell phone that can compete with Samsung. So that's number one. Number two, the world's thinnest phone. While it is the thinnest phone, based on rumors, it's also going to be the heaviest foldable phone. Really, that's not even an understatement. This thing is going to be heavy. The thing has a bigger battery than the Z Fold series, and it also, of course, does give you a very, very hefty steel. And I don't think it's steel. I think it's aluminum frame. But based on I understand, this thing is freaking heavy. It's bigger than the Oppo Find N2, but it's going to be very similar size to what the Galaxy Z Fold 4 gives us. But for the thin size, absolutely amazing. And this is all because of the hinge. That hinge is going to really give us a lot of beautiful things to look forward to because of how thin it is, because of how thin the hinge is. I mean, this phone's like this thing, guys. It is absolutely crazy. Google AI search feels like playing ketchup. Yeah, that's another thing about this, is that a lot of the things they go ahead and release during this event, not saying they're not, things people are getting excited about. Obviously they are. If you're a Google fan, you're probably getting excited about a lot of these things at this event. But this is like, if you're thinking about out of 10, the Z Fold Fold right now, the Pixel Fold is a 10 out of 10, and everything else is like a 4 or 5 out of 10. Like, they're really important things, right? Everyone's excited about the other things too, but the Pixel Fold is just light years over all these other things we're talking about. Pixel 7a and Pixel Tablet has been leaked to death. I think everything in this event has been leaked to death, so I don't really think I would 1000% say, oh, yep, well, we have already know all the information, because we literally know all the information about the Pixel Fold at this point. If they tell us anything tomorrow that we don't know, I'll be heavily surprised. With that being said, though, I think it's just, again, a lot of the Pixel phones, in my opinion, a lot of them are copy and paste. Like from the 5 to the 6 to the 7. There's some features that are added with obviously the Tensor G2, G1 chip, but there are a lot of things that are copy and paste, and I feel like a lot of people are just really aren't too excited about a brand new Pixel device coming out, except for the Fold. Android 14 sounds kind of meh. Yeah, I think we're kind of in that ballpark range now with Android, where we're going to get to a point where it just there isn't too many crazy more features you can really add to it. I said this before when it comes to foldable phones, and I'll say it with the software too. At some point, you kind of get to your top notch at what you can add to cell phones. And at some point, it's like, okay, well, now we're just going to add small, little, tiny upgrades no one's going to notice, because there's nothing else unless we make a crazy, insane new feature that they can add. I mean, you have people who literally their jobs are every second trying to create new features for these cell phones, and at some point, ideas run out. Okay, and that's why it's going to steal the show. I'll be honest with you. I think it's going to steal the show because this is the first time we actually are seeing a real live look at I keep saying Z Fold because I think of Z Fold 5. First time we're seeing an actual real look at a, foldable cell phone from Google. And I think the reason why it's going to steal the show is because this is actually first time ever. Well, not first time ever. First time in a long time we have actual true competition. More competition in the industry causes a better industry. It makes it so that it makes it so these companies have to work harder and give us a better product. So whenever we see stuff like this, it's always good to have as many players in the game as possible, because more players means that the general consumer wins by getting a better product. So very exciting about this. Can't wait to see this tomorrow. We'll be making the video when the information does drop. I'll see you guys in the next one.